Welcome back to As I Play Dying.
Hello?
I swear to God, we're going to talk about games from PAX now.
Oh, God, yeah.
Aha!
We mentioned this in some other episodes, the order of which is confusing to me.
Yes,
so,
our timeline's getting all skewed. It's no longer a linear narrative. We're entering Tarantino-esque territory.
or Memento.
Yeah. Memento Mori! Memento Mori! Stop distracting me. Anyway.
That's actually a good joke, though. I want to appreciate that that's a good joke.
Thank you.
The point is, we went to PAX. We're recording this right after PAX, and we want to talk about the things that we saw there.
Yeah, because it was cool, and you'd probably appreciate some of them. We already talked on another episode, which may or may not have come out already, about a game that I thought was really delightful called Burly Men at Sea.
Yes.
www.burlymenatsea.com.
Yeah, check it out. That one's cool. We'll talk.
Really cool art style and quirky little aesthetic. Talk to the developers a little bit. Good soundtrack, too.
Yes.
Let's check it out.
Talk a little bit more about that on tomorrow's episode.
Yeah, we're those indie booth douches that, go through all that stuff.
I like to do both the AAA and the indie booth stuff normally, but this year the AAA stuff was so I spent a lot of time in the indie booth.
Plus, you probably don't need to be told about the AAA stuff.
Correct.
You're probably aware of it. For Honor looked really sweet, but
Yes.
I'm sure that most people already know about that.
But I had a lot of fun. I spent more time in the indie booths than I have at any other PAX, and I feel like I walked away with a lot of stuff I want to check out.
One called Secret Legend that's coming out in a couple of months, I think.
February? I don't know. I think that was a little farther out.
Oh, no, that one is farther out. I'm thinking of a different one.
But Secret Legend is it's kind of like Zelda, but with an isometric point of view. And you play as a little tiny little foxy fox. And the developer was there answering questions in a fox costume.
Yes, all the team was wearing fox onesies,
Or
which
pajamas.
may be a pre-order bonus.
Yes.
I talked to him about that. Yeah, some of these aren't out yet. Some of them are in pre-alpha, or some of them are in alpha, etc. But go check them out. Keep track of them. They'll be cool. There are a lot of cool Metroidvania-looking things coming out. Like, what was it?
Skytorn?
Skytorn and Celeste.
And Chasm.
Oh, yeah, Chasm was there. I didn't look at that one
I'm
too
really
closely.
excited for Chasm.
Through the Woods is coming out soon, which we played previously.
And we will play when it comes out.
Yes, that was that one was interesting.
I love that. I actually talked briefly to the developer of that game while I was at PAX.
Is this the opening of a Dynasty Warriors level?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh wait, no, it's the Lantern Room.
This I like this level design already. By the way,
It is cool.
but I was talking to the developers of Through the Woods briefly at PAX, and I was saying, like, listen, I hate horror games. I'm not a horror game guy, but every time I come to PAX, I think Through the Woods looks fantastically awesome, because it's very intriguing to me in a way that other horror games aren't. I think we talked about that briefly.
Yeah, it's got a cool aesthetic. It's the phrase that I heard that I really like. I'm not a huge horror buff,
Right.
but I don't know. I appreciate tension and suspense and terror sometimes.
Yeah.
In movies or etc.
For sure.
And I heard the phrase horror is wet and terror is dry, which I think if you get over the admittedly hilarious sexual connotations of that.
Wait, what sexual connotation?
No, don't distract me. It makes a lot of sense. It kind of viscerally imparts the feeling of those. Horror is like, oh, blood, guts, just like visceral squeamishness response to things like someone's arm being torn off or their head being turned around in a vice or something like Saw.
Right.
Terror is the like building, rising, escalating tension just with no relief in sight. Like, and that's what I think is good.
I think that's good too because it requires a steady hand to make happen well. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It requires actual craftsmanship.
Yeah, horror too easily, the wet stuff, too easily just crosses over, or maybe even is unavoidably tied to just jump scares and startling and stuff like that. But this Through the Woods game, as you can see if you go back and look at our previous video, it looks like terror.
And it's
tension.
It's definitely starting to look pretty cool now that it's shaping up into an actual thing.
The visuals look good.
I'm really looking forward to that game.
Another one, though, to move on from that, unless you had something else to say about it.
Nah.
I think the one you were going to be most excited about was this really interesting project called Elsinore.
Yes. Fuck yes.
That looked fascinating.
Okay, so Elsinore, you may recognize as the name of the castle that Hamlet lives in.
Because this game absolutely flaunts copyright law.
I think that doesn't exist with Shakespeare
I am
because
kidding.
of
Yes,
he
was many people and never copyrighted.
I fucking hate you. That argument to me is like the Hobbit movies to you. It just oh shit, that was cool.
That was cool. Glossing over that other thing you said.
So Elsinore is. They described it as like Hamlet meets Groundhog's Day.
Meets Majora's Mask.
So it's like
Immediately we were sold.
The thing that looked like Majora's Mask is that it's
Yatta.
sort of just like the city parts of Majora's Mask, where you have to figure out everyone's agenda.
Yeah, the intertwining relationships between people.
And at the end of 4 days, the end of Hamlet happens, where everyone fucking dies.
Yep.
And so you have to kind of, but your character retains all of the knowledge that they had throughout all of her lives.
You play as
Ophelia.
Frisk.
No.
You have that role, or Zelda,
Right.
or Link, I guess.
Yeah.
You retain all that information, but yeah, you play as Ophelia.
Yes.
And you're trying to prevent the ending of Hamlet, basically.
Yep.
The visuals, by the way, looked good. I don't know much about game design from that perspective, or any perspective, really.
Yeah.
But the guy described to us the process by which they were rendering the visuals.
They're hand painted.
Yeah.
And then they put those hand painted textures over models, and then they, put it into their lighting generation system, which is really fucking cool.
It looks great.
Yeah, it does.
And it's that's what is so impressive to me about these things. I think it was like it's like a 3-person development team.
Right.
I didn't even know that kind of thing was possible with so few people.
It looks pretty great, and it looks. I had a cool experience with an immersive play called Sleep No More in New York, which is very much like that because
not a video game, a play.
Yes,
a stage play.
Oh god, I don't want to fight you.
Hello.
Stop it.
Would you like to fight? How about a fight? Care for a fight? Fancy a fight? Maybe a fight. Want to fight? Come on, let's fight. Let's fight. Come on.
Okay.
I knew you'd fight eventually.
And that one is like you walk around and the play just happens, and there are scenes happening in rooms you may not be in, and all this stuff. It's very cool. And this was clear. They said that.
Hello, my lady.
Oh my god, I'm in love with Virion. So good. That is the perfect way to do that.
I like it.
For Virion. Anyway, it's because things will happen in the game regardless of whether you're there or not. So you have to put yourself in the right place in the right time to see these scenes happen.
Yeah,
which
it's
is
happening in real time.
Which is how Sleep No More is. And you learn things, and I don't know, it just looks really exciting. It's like the best parts of Majora's Mask to me. And it includes my deep love of Shakespeare.
Yes.
And specifically a Shakespeare story that I very much so enjoy. That game's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, that was definitely a standout one. There are a lot of creative things happening. And there are I don't usually bother with the ones that look more like just straight up games.
Right.
Like, oh, maybe they've got a really well-built engine, or not engine, but they're a really well-crafted game, but they mostly just come down to an amusing diversion. There's not necessarily a story they're trying to tell. That's not typically what I'm looking for, although I can certainly appreciate when it's executed well. What else was there? Secret Legend we already talked about. Moon Hunters.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Moon Hunters looked cool. That's one of many games we saw that specifically talked about being designed to be played multiple times to experience all the content. I guess that's obvious, but not in the way, not in like 100% completion, but rather in that you play through the narrative many times to truly experience enough of the narrative to piece together what it all means.
It's the narrative version of a roguelike, right? Because
basically.
The roguelike is
and it is a roguelike, Moon Hunters.
Yeah, you play, you go, you die, and then you learn more and get better for your next time through.
Yeah.
And it's just taking the roguelike concept and turning it into a narrative structure, which is pretty interesting, I think.
I hope that it's done well. I would like to, play all these and see if they're doing good story things with that, because it is interesting.
I'm pretty sure Moon Hunters is out.
I think it either is or it's out really, really soon. Seeing all these games taking that same approach, is you notice the pattern, and I hope that it is. I hope that they can make it work. I don't have any reason to believe they won't.
No,
I just hope that they do.
Yeah.
Oh, and that reminds me. Another cool one that we saw in a very similar vein, different play perspective. This one's a top-down isometric, whereas Moon Hunters is too.
It's not isometric, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Go
on. The game is Children of Morta, and our friend Aaron Wigwam from the What the fuck his
Well, he's
channel
just
used to
on
be
his
called?
channel now.
Yeah.
Oh, but Banana.
Banana Crew.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just by himself now. But he did a video a while ago talking about this game and how cool it was going to be, and we saw it at PAX and talked to the developer, and it does indeed look cool. Oh, the
Yeah, it
developer
looks
says,
pretty
thanks, Aaron.
Let's see. The one that I saw that I really liked and I actually came home and bought because I was having so much fun with it, is this. It's like a visual novel. It's called Valhalla or VA-11 Hall A.
Yeah.
And it is a cyberpunk.
Where Scandinavian software goes if it falls in battle.
It's a cyberpunk adventure game where you.
There's a lantern.
Sorry, not an adventure game. It's a cyber.
Wait. Go back and check it one more time. Oh, good. There's a lantern.
Sweet.
Okay.
I was worried there was no lantern.
There is a lantern.
It's not an adventure game. It is you play as a bartender. So the guy there that was pitching the game in lieu of the developers said that it's basically like you play an NPC in Shadowrun or like Ghost in the Shell or
Shadowrun being kind of like a cyberpunk Pathfinder, right?
Yeah, where money is the highest the highest value in Shadowrun. Everything's done for a quick,
Oh, so like
quick buck.
real life.
Correct, but so, the idea of most cyberpunk things is like you take that idea of capitalism, you stretch it so far so it's the only thing that exists anymore.
Right, yeah.
Is where it's only
Republic credits?
And so you play a bartender. So really, the way that you learn about your character is through interactions with these patrons that come in, and your task, the gamey element of it, is bartending for these people.
Right.
Oh my fucking god.
Hello. Je suis infernal.
And this game's already out. You can check it out. It's on Steam. It was really interesting to me, the writing and just the way you go about doing these things. But it's like there are moments where you can talk to someone, you can kind of get the inkling that maybe they're not going to do something that's very good. Maybe they're going to go out and kill or hurt someone. And you as the player, if they ask for a drink, there's a certain thing you can add that just ups the alcohol content without changing what the drink is. You can basically sneakily drink them under the table to save someone's life. If you're paying enough attention to this conversation to know that maybe something bad is going to happen.
Right.
And so it kind of, and it really is, it plays like a novel because most of it is just people coming in and talking to you. As you learn about the world and everything just through your character's interactions as a bartender. It's very fascinating.
Wow, that sounds almost like the way life actually works.
Yeah. I think it's cool. And
I can't learn about the world around me by attacking it?
I only played it for a little bit at PAX, but I really, really enjoyed my time doing that.
Yeah, do yourself a favor and just see if you can find on the internet just a list of all the shit that was there, because there's a lot of cool stuff, more than we were able to see.
Yes.
Definitely. What else was there?
That
Old Man's Journey.
Yeah, that looks interesting.
We didn't get to have much time with that, but it looks... fucking, what was it called? Sundered? Or Severed?
Severed.
I guess that's already out. And
it's on your iPhone.
Yeah, they're porting it to
Wii
U. But I'd never seen it before. And the visuals were just crazy. It looked absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's like Samurai Jack or something.
Yeah, it was a very Tartakovsky sort of look. Oh, hey, what's up?
I'm Samantha.
Just jamming out to hello. Are you the new assistant directors? First job, get the stage nice and ready. Turn on all 4 of the lanterns outside. There's a lantern.
Hey, I think I know where there's a lantern.
Yes, but that's only one lantern. I'll just be here jamming out to these smooth reggae jams. Slowly bobbing my head. Buffalo soldier.
Go on. You were talking about...
Oi. What?
You were talking about something?
What was I talking about?
You were talking about game...
Old Man's Journey.
Severed.
Yeah. I had forgotten that we were looking at the Nintendo Indies section when we saw this.
The Nindies.
The Nindies, yeah. So I was just really shocked at seeing such a dark-looking game on a Nintendo console.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one, the visuals were really
very Samurai Jack
attention getter
in their style, and they do that thing where they don't have the hard black outline like many cartoons do.
And the gameplay actually looked really fun too.
Yeah.
Most mobile-based stuff basically works on that Fruit Ninja concept, I think, with swiping. But it looked, for one thing, it made perfect narrative sense in this.
Yes.
Rather than the ongoing war of man against fruit.
Well, I mean, what's wrong with the fruit?
When will we be free of the cycle? But yeah, that one. Oh, and Jotun was there, which I don't know if we've talked about before, but I've played already, and that game's really cool. Jotun.
I want to check that one out.
Yeah, you should all check that one out. It's really fun. But yeah, look up a list. There's a ton of cool
There's
shit
just
there.
a shit ton of games
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I had a great time at PAX this year.
I did too.
So-
I bought stuff,
Well,
which is totally out of character for me.
It really is. I bought so many D20. Not D20. I did buy a lot of D20s specifically, but I think I bought 4 new set of RPG dice for no reason. You only need 1 set.
Yeah.
What am I doing? There we go.
I don't know if there's an achievement you unlock for blowing more than $50 on dice in one go, but if there is,
Jeez.
I got it.
Way to go.
And there was I pooped a little bit when she told me the total, but I powered right through it. It's like, no, fuck it. I'm an adult. I earn money. I pay my goddamn rent. I am on vacation.
Good for you.
And now I have all these sweet sets of die.
Die.
I always fuck up the
I do
pluralization
too.
of die
It seems
and dice.
backwards.
It does, yeah.
So.
Oh well. It's a living language. Pretty soon we'll call them something completely different.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll all be speaking French or something.
Yeah. I always fuck up these Napoleons. Bones. We'll call them bones. Like cool guys from a 20s speakeasy. Hey, why don't you roll them new bones you got there, eh? How they rolling? Them bones.
Aren't bones dominoes?
Them bones gonna roll again, you know? I don't fucking know. You second guessing me there?
No, I guess both are true because both would have been made of bone in
Exactly.
the old days.
Why don't you just take them sheep knucks?
Shit.
Them sheep knuckles.
Red mages!
Roll that
Yay!
shit. Look at these mages. They all these mages are red. Look at these carpets there in front of us.
I don't feel like these are connected to the red mages from Final Fantasy, but that is my favorite class.
No idea. We call them carpets because in the 1920s you can't call anything by its fucking name. Know what I mean?
I wasn't in the
You can't call anything by its Jimmy.
I wasn't in the 1920s, but Jimmy seems like a decent loan word for name, I guess.
Yeah, unless your Jimmy's Jimmy, in which case we call you Phil.
So Jimmy's Jimmy is Phil.
Yeah.
I see.
No, Phil's Jimmy is Phil.
But his real name's Jimmy.
Is that true? I never fucking even.
Well,
I didn't even know.
You said if his
I
Jimmy
better
was
take a look at his ID. I don't make the rules. I just abide by them.
You said if his
A regular guy trying to make a living. That's the world's a tough place, you know.
you
Why
said-
you get off my nuts, man? Who the fuck are you anyway?
If you said his Jimmy was Jimmy, then he'd be called Phil.
I don't know why we're talking about this guy's penis. I only just met him.
Wait, so Jimmy both means name and penis? That's gotta be confusing.
The 1920s were a difficult time.
Yeah,
No wonder
no
why
shit.
more things didn't get done. It's a wonder that women got the vote during that period.
It's all because of them flappers.
Wait, was that during the 20s or the 10s?
Who the fuck knows? I should know, but I don't.
We should all know.
I know. Wow.
I think it was the 20s.
You've really made me...
I think it was 1921.
You made me feel bad about myself now.
I know, I feel like a failure.
Sorry,
But I've
women
always felt like a failure.
everywhere. Women everywhere.
Yeah. For this one particular thing in this instance.
Eleanor is really good. Why do
Yeah,
you need...
she is tearing it up.
Why the fuck do you need another party member in this game?
Doodle ding ding ding. She's probably fragile.
I bet. Yeah, that's...
Because she's an archer, not because she's a woman.
No, I knew what you meant.
I should say, by the way, I don't know, like... All I can say about this really is that I'm into it. Or that I like it. I think it's cool. But it's also becoming a pattern, and it just makes me wonder. But
Women
there
with
are
bows?
just games with kick-ass female protagonists.
That's because the tide is changing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But it also makes you, I don't know. It just makes me think, like, are we doing this because it's fashionable or because we really believe in it?
There is the cynical side of me that asks this very question.
Right. I
all
choose
the
to
time.
believe that we're just starting to believe in it more.
I think
Yochen has an awesome female protagonist.
I think many games have cool female protagonists, and
Yeah.
so I think that it's fine. I can't think of one that I've played where I felt like, oh, gee, this character was added in just because she's a woman.
Right. That's a good point. They all feel natural,
Like
which is good.
Transistor's main character is really good.
Oh, I gotta play that game. I bought it.
I haven't played much of it, but what I have played, I really like her.
I saw the voice of the Transistor at PAX.
Nice.
Just the kind of cool things you can expect at Penny Arcade Exposition in Seattle, Washington.
Wow. It's pretty.
Call me Jerry. I do. I'm looking for voice work.
You're really,
Or Mike.
You're really pitching in here.
Pitching hard, yeah. I'll pitch and catch.
Oh,
However you want me to mean that, Jerry.
God damn it, Sam. Can't go out.
I'm what's stopping you? Fuck you, don't put that on me.
Strike a pose!
Do it.
Grants each party member
You're ready.
one turn.
Strike a pose.
That's actually kind of cool. I don't want to waste
I
it.
never noticed that help bar before.
What?
Down at the bottom, it
yeah.
tells you what everything
Oh, you
does.
thought I just fucking knew all this shit?
I thought you just fucking Rain Manned that shit.
Yeah. Listen, I'm pretty good, but I'm not that good.
You are good. You're pretty good. He sounded like Vulture Man from Thundercats.
I found out why Eleanor is doing so well here.
Yeah, because she's level 25.
Well, no, Itsuki's not that far off. No, we're fighting flying enemies, and flying enemies have an inherent weakness to bows.
Oh.
So it's almost like they gave it to her. Never mind.
Almost like X-Gun gave it to her.
We'll be back on the next episode of Nothing Ever Forever.
But first, a new skill for a man whose accent I have forgotten between episodes. Like this? No.